Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on trading with over 190k reputation points. And in this video, I will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for a potential move on this pair. Now, how will I be doing that? As usual, first I will be covering the technical aspect of the pair. Then we will go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, which is the COT data, so what the non-commercials and the biggest hedge funds and speculators in the market are doing. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight to the charts. In today's video, I will be speaking about CHFJPY because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure. Starting here from the monthly, in fact, what we can notice is that the market has just created a very strong impulse to the upside and at the moment is starting to show the first signs of a potential correction. In fact, this is the first time that we're starting to see some red candles getting printed, from which the market should start a correction. In fact, no market just moves straight up or straight down. You're supposed to have impulses and corrections along the way that define the uptrend or downtrend itself. In this case, we would like to see the market print a series of higher highs and higher lows since we are in an uptrend. But since we have just printed a new higher high, it would be time to print a new higher low before then getting more continuation to the upside, meaning that from a monthly perspective, what we actually could expect is short-term bearish price action. Now, what would be the first downside target? As usual, if you have an impulse and you want to measure the correction, what you have to do is take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we do that, we can see how the market has a 0.32 Fibonacci retracement at the moment lining up at this area, which would be our first potential downside target. Dropping down on the weekly, what we can see is that at the moment we are testing the previous high. Now, as we're testing the previous high, there is definitely the possibility for the market to print a double top before then starting a rejection lower. So what we could print here is a double top, creating a move to the downside, providing the correction that we already wanted to see by looking at the monthly time frame. This is definitely a possibility. We don't know if the market will print a double top, but considering that on the monthly we are overextended, we know that there is a good chance the market here on the weekly could print this double top. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we have? Now here on the daily, things get interesting because we can see that in testing the supply and resistance that we have on the weekly, from a daily perspective, we're doing that by printing also a bearish daily pattern, which is this W formation. In fact, in general, after the creation of a W formation, what we would like to see is for the market to provide a rejection to the downside to go and complete the pattern at the previous resistance turn support. So here on the daily, what we could expect is a potential rejection lower for the market to complete the pattern at this previous daily resistance turn support. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, and we check the data for the CHF, we can see that lately net positions have been dropping. We went from minus 6k to now minus 10k net positions, with 240 shorts added with the last report from an institutional perspective and 1.3k longs getting closed, which is making the CHF weaker. And if we go and see what we have on the JPY, we can see an increase of the net positions, which are almost getting doubled. Obviously, we're still in the negative territory. However, we went from minus 110 to minus 54k, showing a clear interest in the long side, at least in the short term, from an institutional perspective on the JPY. So we have the CHF, which is weakening, and the JPY, which is getting stronger, which is exactly what we need if we are to complete this W formation at the neckline. So how we could be approaching this potential shorting opportunity. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames. So for our and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the upside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bullish market as we would have to an intraday bearish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bullish to bearish market and provide to us one of our valid entries at that point, we could be looking for a potential rejection to the downside for the market to complete this W formation at the neckline, which is this previous resistance turn support. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and in general rules of the strategies, I'm referring to what is found inside of the mentorship program, which is my mentorship program. In fact, if you go to transparentfxtrading.com, you will see everything that you can access to. So my entire course, my entire strategies. You also have the possibility to join one-on-one private sessions directly with me, so video calls directly with me, the market breakdowns in which you get complete breakdowns of the market according to the rules of the strategies. You also can gain access to my exact same software for the COT data, and also the trading station where you have all the rules and all the tools that you need as a traders, all combined in one dashboard. So it's a very interesting and complete program. At the moment, I'm also running a special promotion as I have partnered with the forex broker Blueberry Markets, in which if you join the mentorship program and open an account with them, they will refund the mentorship program price inside of your trading account. To join, you just scroll past the testimonials. You find here the link to join, and you gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout. You gain automatically access to your student dashboard. So I'm really looking forward to have you on board. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you, because obviously it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you in my next video.